Alright, let's get right into it.
First down
My
and 10.
first mock
Ball
draft.
on the 20-yard line.
I'm going to do 3 versions up until the draft every Sunday. So here we go. First 3 picks are pretty much known. First, Andrew Luck. Second, Robert Griffin. Why would you trade up for Matt Kalil? And third, Vikings get Kalil. Pretty much there's nothing that's pretty much where it's going to be right now. Unless the Vikings trade out of the spot, but I don't think they will. Now, fourth, Cleveland Browns. It's between Blackmon and Richardson. They're not going to take Claiborne or anything. They had top pass defense. They have to go offense since they lost out on pretty much every quarterback. They could reach for Tannehill at 4, but I think you take Trent Richardson and give Colt McCoy a running option. Excuse me. At 5, I think the Buccaneers take Claiborne. Why take Blackmon when you invest the money in Vincent Jackson, killing Winslow, and all that? Claiborne will fill in for Rondé Barber when he leaves, and maybe a to be if he gets released because of his troubles. 6, Rams get probably the best draft this. I mean, their draft stock has just been fucking awesome. Justin Blackmon at 6. They've been looking at him the whole time, and they get him at 6 because of other team needs. What a steal! And look how they traded out of the second spot, and they have to pay him. They have to pay him less now, so win-win for Rams. 7, I think the Jaguars reach for Malcolm Floyd. They could go defensive end, but you gotta put something around Blaine Gabbert besides Marcus Jones-Drew. And I think Malcolm Floyd is that. It's kind of a reach. You have to go that way. 8, Dolphins take Tannehill. Lost out on all the quarterbacks. They have to take quarterback. 9, Panthers. I think Dontari Poe. They're really weak at defensive tackle, and Poe had maybe one of the greatest combines of all time. Comparing him to Haloti, and they say he might be a physical freak like Jason Pierre-Paul. You have to take him, reaching out. Now at number 10, the Buffalo Bills. After signing Mario Williams, our whole draft changed. I think we take Ryle Reiff to play left tackle. I think it's an awesome steal. They say he could be a little bit better than Kalil. I think we'll take him. At 11, the Chiefs. I think they take David DeCastro, a guard from Stanford. Kind of a reach, but they're really got a lot of depth on their team. So why not improve that offensive line from Matt Castle? 12, the Seattle Seahawks. I think they take Quinton Coples. He's dropped a lot. People say if he actually put more effort into his game, he would have been top 3 pick. But I think Seattle takes him. Pete Carroll can get something out of him. 13, Arizona Cardinals. I think they take Luke Kuechly, linebacker out of Boston College. Absolute beast at tackling. They need a linebacker, and they got it with this guy. 12 for a linebacker. That's really high. I think it's as high as Patrick Willis. 14, Dallas Cowboys. I think they'll take Courtney Upshaw, defensive end linebacker from Alabama, just because they need some pass rushing, and they need to, got to find something to complement DeMarcus Ware. 15, Philadelphia Eagles, Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle, Mississippi State. They need defensive tackles. They need help for their linebackers. If Kuechly follow him, I think they take him, but I don't think Kuechly will follow him. 16, I think the Jets take Melvin Ingram out of South Carolina, defensive end. They need to start improving the pass rush now that everybody's starting to decide to leave. And Cincinnati Bengals, Dirk Kirkpatrick, cornerback out of Alabama. His stock's dropped because of a couple of arrests, but they need to replace Nate Clements and Leon Hall, who's coming off injury. Now, the San Diego Chargers, I think they take Whitney Marcellus, defensive end, outside linebacker, Illinois. They need to add a little bit more pass rush to the defense. There's a lot of things they need to add, safety and that, but 18 safety would be a reach, so they take best player available pretty much. 14 and 19, the Chicago Bears. I think they take Kendall Wright. They need to compliment Brandon Marshall. Knox might miss the whole season. Devin Hester is just slowing down. Kendall Wright had a nice combine, and I think the Bears compliment him, add another deep threat for Jay Cutler. At 20, we have the Tennessee Titans. I think they take Michael Brockers, defensive tackle, that's LSU. They lost Albert Hainsworth and Jason Jones, two good defensive tackles. Jason Jones is very underrated, and they're leading sack leader was, I think, their defensive tackle, and they need to put something next to last year's draft pick, Terrell Casey. Brockers is got a high upside, but people think he might be a bust. He could be one of those busts, but Tennessee has to take a chance on that. 21, Cincinnati Bengals, I think they take Corey Glenn, guard out of Georgia. They have one of the best run blocking lines in the league, and why not keep it up by drafting the guard, because Bobby Williams will be leaving for right guard, and Corey Glenn had another Prisoner Gate combine. And I think at 22, the Cleveland Browns, they can either take Jonathan Martin, but I don't think they take Jonathan Martin. I think they take Stephen Hill, wide receiver out of Georgia Tech. Had a really good pro day and combine. Went to Georgia Tech. Same, little bit lesser build of Calvin Johnson. He could be a fit caliber, but I don't think he would. But Browns need to add more to that offense. 23, Detroit Lions. I think they take Javaris Jenkins, cornerback from North Alabama. A lot of character issues, but they're not afraid to take that on. And they need to replace Eric Wright with him, and he would be a really nice fit. And now the offense will be faced with a third down situation. So why not? And at 24, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers take Dante Hightower, inside linebacker from Alabama. He fits that defense. You look at him, he's like, that's got to be a Steelers player. And they got to replace James Ferrier and that aging linebacker core, and why not with Dante Hightower? 25, I think, the Broncos, what will the Broncos do since they added Peyton Manning? The Redskins. I think they go Jordan Martin. He fell too far. He could have been a top, you can go as high as 13. I think Broncos take right tackle. They don't really have a right tackle right now, but why not add on to it, protect Peyton Manning? Now, the last three picks. Now they just have to hope that nothing screwy happens. 26, Houston Texans. I think they take Nick Perry, defensive end, outside linebacker from USC. Need to replace Mario. They had really good pass rush last year. Why not add on to it? New England Patriots. Devin Stills, defensive tackle from Penn State. They need to start adding to that defense, even though it's not secondary. But you have to. And Green Bay Packers, I think, take Stephen Gilmore out of Carolina. He is rising really high right now, but they at 20. I think he goes 28 to the Packers. You got to start replacing Charles Woodson. Javon Williams is going to be there, so why not add to more depth? Baltimore Ravens, I think take Peter Kahn, center from Wisconsin. Matt Burke, they signed him, but he's aging, and he fits that line. And just about 4 yards away here on second down. And at 30, I think the 49ers. 49ers here at 30 is, I think, just a weird pick, but I think I don't know who they will take with it, but I think they will go Colby Fleener, tight end from Stanford. It just makes sense, I guess. Philip Buchanan was there for the stop. From Stanford, add another threat from Alex Smith. 31, Mike Barron, safety, Patriots in the safety. He come for a pro-ready defense out of Alabama, so I think that's it. The Giants have to replace Brandon Jacobs. I think they do it with David Wilson from Virginia Tech.